What is going on, guys? This is Epic Spawn the 100 here, and today I'm bringing you another episode within my maxed out series. And finally, I'm bringing you a mobility build with a gun you may not expect, with the AK-47. Now, the AK-47 was a really rough first impression because the recoil can be a little crazy, but this weapon is actually hits really hard and can be really easy control once you level it up and gain some experience with it. I would say the AK-47 is a medium tier assault rifle, meaning it's not as accurate as like the M4. It doesn't hit as hard as the Odin. The recoil's a little much. So I definitely think there are some better options than the AK in this game. Like, this is a B tier weapon. However, I took the liberty of trying a different setup that I would normally go with. You know, the monolithic suppressor, huge barrels, whatever. And instead I used different attachments to go for mobility instead of accuracy. And it was actually a lot of fun and really refreshing. Not the best gun to do it with, but nonetheless, it was a lot of fun to play with. Plus, I feel like playing with the AK stayed true to its nature because it is known to be a very versatile, very reliable weapon. Okay, so when the game was first coming out and they announced the blacksmith feature in the game to where you could add 5 attachments and there were a ton to choose from, there was a lot of stuff about making the AK-47 act like the AK-74U, which is about, I wouldn't say that's the setup I went for, but I was treating the AK-47 more like an SMG than an AR. So not as fast as an SMG, but definitely more aggressive than you would normally be with an AR. So for the attachments, I went with, on the muzzle, a flash guard. I used a flash guard to, one, keep the speed because most of the muzzles slow the weapon down, and I was all about keeping it fast. And what the flash guard does, it conceals a weapon, muzzle flash is what it's called. So when you fire your weapon, you have light coming out of your gun, and it kind of blinds your vision. I used the flash guard to diminish that, and it slows the bullet velocity, but since the idea is to be faster and more close quarter with the weapon, bullet velocity is not a huge drawback. I also went with a no stock. This is the really big thing that makes this weapon mobile, and that's what I wanted, obviously. Rear grip, I went with the stapled grip tape. This increases aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, again just making it seem more like an SMG than an AR. This is just so as you're sprinting, as I was doing a lot, you could attain and acquire aim on your target a lot quicker. Next we have the operator foregrip. This slows movement a little bit, but this is more for the recoil. Like I said earlier, the recoil on the AK is a little rough, but the operator foregrip messes with mobility very little and really helps with the accuracy. Now this one you could probably change out. I'm using a extended mag of 40 round mags on the ammunition. I am using this because it seemed like 30 rounds I couldn't deal with a lot of fights if I was getting into people 2 or 3, if I was storming a building, and you know, really running and gunning. You need a few more mags just as like a security measure, like a plan B almost. But if you don't want the 40 round mags, you could go with 40 loaded. You could put an optic on there. I didn't put an optic on it just to, you know, keep up with the speed. Putting an optic on it slows down the weapon, and I wanted to keep that. You could put a barrel on it, but those will all slow down the weapon as well. I think there's one barrel, I do not have it up next to me, but I think there's one barrel that does help with mobility, but really hurts the range. And then lasers is just, you know, though they're okay, but they reveal your location, which I don't think is worth it at all. But you could play around with the 5th slot. I like the 40 round mag. It does slow down the weapon, but it gives you another 10 bullets. Alright, so what I'm going to be showing you is a game on Hackney Yard. It was a really rough start, so I'm going to skip past that a little bit. But it really picked up in the end, and I think I did a really good job at showing how fast you can be. My other builds have been really slow and really just mechanically accurate is what you had to be. This one was a lot more run and gun, have fun, cause some havoc, and it was really nice and refreshing to play differently. This is the way I played with the AK pretty much the entire time I was getting the camos and leveling the weapon up. And I'm doing the same thing with the next gun. I'm not going to say what it is, but the next gun I believe is one of the best guns, if not the best, and it is extremely fast. So I'm really excited about the next gun. But yeah, here's the game on Hackney Yard, and I hope you enjoyed.
We've got control. Enemy at the center. UAV ready for deployment. We are losing control.
This is Falcon 3. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
You've lost the lead.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply.
Enemy at the warehouse. UAV ready for deployment. Precision airstrike ready. We pulled ahead. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy at the center. UAV down. This is Phoenix 3. Good copy. Strike.
This is Falcon 3. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Enemy at the center. Flash. Good kill. We're halfway there. Good fight. Enemy cruise missile incoming. Enemy at the center. Friendly care package inbound.
Enemy movement.
Enemy at the center. UAV ready for deployment. Enemy at the
Coordinate
center.
sent. Hit them.
This is Phoenix 3. Copy. Strike inbound. Enemy has the lead. Bless. Good kill. Enemy at the warehouse. This is our fight. Stay focused.
Good impact. Still hot. This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Over.
Enemy at the center.
Grenade out!